Hey, my creators. Did you know that digital products are not just ebooks? Let's talk about what else you can create and inside of Canva. Are you ready? Let's go.
I keep it real, simple, and easy to follow. No fluff, just real stuff. That's the motto. Take your time, step by step. Let it flow. You already got it in you, now you know. Are you ready? Let's go, let's go.
So, I want to talk about digital products, and I want to say right from the start, because I think this is where a lot of creators get stuck. When people hear the words digital products, their mind usually goes straight to ebooks. And hey, I'm not against ebooks at all because ebooks, they can sell very well, and it depends on you and how you position yourself and where you sell it and all of that. Workbooks can sell, guides can sell, and it's nothing wrong with putting your knowledge into a written product and selling it. But I don't want you thinking that an ebook is the only way to get started. That one idea alone will stop a lot of creative people before they even begin because everybody doesn't want to sit down and write a whole book. Because a good ebook really, it takes a lot of thought. It's not just go to ChatGPT and throw in an idea and then just take that information and put it into Canva and create a PDF and sell your ebook. No, a good ebook is, it's not just 20 pages long and, it takes some thought and people want to hear about your experience. So everybody doesn't have the time nor the inclination to do that. Everybody doesn't want to type out, 40 pages or format chapters and create a table of contents and turn their experience into a guide. And I get it, right? Some people are more visual like me. I do have an ebook, which I created, and it took a long time to create that ebook because I am a visual lover, right? I love art and clip art and PNG designs and, that's me. I'm not a black and white, type it out type person, right? So if you're like me, some people love color and design and layouts and art and templates and planners and beautiful things. And some people would rather create something in Canva than write a long ebook. And I want you to know that that still counts. That can still be a digital product. It is a digital product. Right? Because a digital product is simply something that someone can purchase and receive digitally from you, the creator. They may download it, print it, customize it, learn from it, or use it to make something easier in their life or their business. Right? It opens the door to so many different kinds of products. So instead of asking, do I need to write an ebook? I want you to start asking, what can I create that someone can actually use? Because that's the question that gives you more room, right? Because now we can talk about printable wall art. We can talk about Afrocentric wall art. We can talk about planner pages and budget trackers and journal pages and templates and clip art and stickers, social media graphics, mockups, digital papers, invitations, what else? Checklists and worksheets and many courses and tutorials and creative bundles, right? So you see how much bigger that is. That is why I want you to slow down before you start buying all these expensive programs and subscriptions, right? Before you spend money on every tool that somebody recommends online, you need to understand what kind of digital product actually makes sense for you. Because the tool is not the business. The program is not the product. The subscription is not the strategy. You need clarity. A lot of people get excited because they see someone online saying, You need the software, or you need this platform, or this is the only way to make money with digital products. Then they start buying things before they even know what they want to create. So this is how you end up overwhelmed and confused and spending money without a clear direction. So I don't want that for you. I would much rather see you learn about the different types of digital products first. So get familiar with what people are selling. Look at what buyers are using. Pay attention to what feels natural to you. Then choose one simple product type to begin with. That makes the process feel less intimidating. And let me say this clearly. Digital products they don't have to be complicated to be valuable. Sometimes we think a product has to be huge before it can sell. We think it has to be a full course, a 200-page ebook or something, some big bundle with hundreds of files, but not always. A simple printable can be useful. A beautiful piece of wall art can be useful. A clean budget tracker can be useful. Like a set of Canva templates can also be very useful. And, mockups help someone show off their products, and that can be useful. So people buy digital products because they want something to help them. They want to save time. They want a shortcut. They want something already designed. And let me go back to the ebook idea for a minute. In the beginning, I said an ebook needs to be, 40 pages or more. And the reason I say that, and then later on, I tell you that it doesn't have to be complicated. What I mean by that is, when you have an ebook, think of this yourself. When you buy an ebook, if you pay $27 for an ebook and you open it up and it's only 5 pages long, that would really piss me off, right? Would that not piss you off? So that's what I mean, okay? But when you're doing something visual, like art or something, people are not expecting necessarily 20 files for art, right? But an ebook, you want it to be meaty, you want it to be gritty. So you're expecting that people are going to include their experience in that ebook. So that's the difference, right? It doesn't have to be complicated, but with an ebook, you want to understand and hear the person's experience. You want to be able to read about their experience. You don't just want them putting together a couple of pieces of paper and downloading it in Canva or Microsoft Word as a PDF. You don't want that, okay? But anyway, people want something they can print and use right away. They want something, even if they don't print it, they want something that they can use digitally. Maybe they want a digital planner, right? So that's digital. They don't have to print it. Even if they do print it, your product is digital because you're delivering it to them digitally, right? They want something that looks good without having to create it from scratch. So that's where the opportunity comes in. Now, let's talk about Afrocentric wall art because that is a perfect example. A person may be decorating their living room, their office, bedroom, classroom, any space in their home, their restaurant. They may want artwork that represents them. They may want something elegant and cultural and bold or soft and modern or glamorous or spiritual or inspirational. So when they purchase printable wall art, they're not waiting for you to ship anything. They buy the file, they download it, or they upload it to a printer. It's printed, they frame it, and they place it in their space. That is a digital product. And that's something that you can easily create. And it's not an ebook. That's why I want you to expand how you think. Digital products can be beautiful. They can be visual. They can be meaningful. They can represent culture. They can help someone decorate their home. They can help another creator build something faster, right? So maybe you sell t-shirt designs, right? So you're helping another creator who sells a physical t-shirt, an actual t-shirt. You're helping that creator to do it faster because they bought these beautiful designs from you. So now their process is faster, but you sold a digital product, right? So they can teach or organize or inspire, or they can solve a small problem. The product doesn't have to be boring just because it's digital. Sometimes beauty is the value. Representation is the value. Convenience. Sometimes that value is that you gave somebody that was staring at a blank Canva page, you gave them something, and so now they don't have to do that because you gave them a starting point, right? You gave them a template. And we all know that a blank page can stop people. You sit there looking at the screen, trying to figure out what to make, what colors to use, what size it should be, what fonts look good, and how to pull everything together. And before you know it, an hour has passed and you still have nothing finished. So that is why templates, design elements, and plug and play products are so helpful. They give people a place to begin. And for a beginner, a starting point can make all the difference. This is also why I keep telling you that you don't need to run out and buy everything. You may already have enough to begin. You can start learning now. Canva alone gives you a way to create so many digital products. But I swear by the pro version. You know that. I swear by the pro version. But even if you have the free, you can create products. But if you really want the bells and whistles, you really need to think about investing into Canva if you don't invest in anything else. So you can make wall art, planner pages, journals, workbook, all the things we talked about in the beginning, flyers, covers, worksheets, product mockups, everything, you can make it in Canva. Now, it doesn't mean that you'll know how to do everything on day one. You still have to learn. You still have to practice. Quality matters. Your files need to be clean. Your downloads need to make sense. Your sizes need to be right. Your product has to be clear to the buyer. Your mock-ups need to show people what they are getting. But you can learn those things step by step. You don't have to become an expert before you create your first product. You just need to start with one product that makes sense for where you are. And I really want you to hear that. Just one product, not 10, not every idea that you have in your head. Because if you're a creator like me, you've got all kind of ideas, going on, and you want to start a lot of projects. But sometimes we just have to slow down, right? Because not a whole store full of products before you understand the process is necessary. Just one clear starting point. Maybe you begin with printable wall art because you enjoy creating visuals. Maybe planner pages make sense because you like organization. Or templates. Maybe they feel natural because you enjoy helping people save time. Or maybe you decide to create a small tutorial because you explain things well. The point is not to do what everyone else is doing. The point is to choose something you can actually see yourself learning and improving. That's how you build confidence. A lot of people are waiting to feel confident before they start, but remember, I always tell you, confidence usually comes from doing the thing. You create one product, then the next one feels a little less scary. You learn how to download the file, and then you understand it better next time. You create one mock-up, then the next mock-up looks a lot cleaner. And then you write one product description, and then the next description sounds stronger. That is how you grow. That is how beginners become better. So don't judge yourself too harshly in the beginning. You are learning a process. Creating the product is one part. Presenting the product is another part. Selling the product is another part. Each piece matters, but you don't have to master every piece at the same time. Start by understanding what digital products are. So check out my free ebook because I give you a lot of insights into that. So check it out. The link is in the description. But anyway, after that, I want you to choose a product type. Learn the tools that you'll use. Learn Canva and then create the first version, then improve. That is a much calmer way to approach this. Now, one thing I want you to think about is how one idea can turn into more than one product. Let's say you create a beautiful wall art, Afrocentric wall art design. That design can stand alone as printable wall art. Later on, you might turn that same style into a set of matching prints. From there, you might create a planner cover with it, or a digital paper, clip art, or social media graphics that match the same thing. You might even create a short tutorial showing how you built the design in Canva. So one creative idea can become a small product family. That doesn't mean you create all of that at once. It just means you start seeing your ideas differently. So instead of looking at one design and thinking, that's it, you begin to think, how else can this be useful? That is how digital creators think. They don't always chase a brand new idea every time. Sometimes they take one good idea and stretch it in a smart way. That is why learning what digital products are is so important. When your mind is only on eBooks, you miss the other possibilities. You might already have a visual gift. You might already know how to put colors together, or you enjoy making things pretty. And you might already have ideas for wall art or planners or covers or templates, but because the internet keeps shouting ebook, 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 you may overlook what actually fits you. And I don't want you to overlook your own lane. There is room for visual creators. There is room for people who create in Canva. There is room for people who want to make art, printables, templates, and creative tools. There is room for people who want to help beginners stop feeling stuck. Your product doesn't have to look like everybody else's product. Now, let's be honest about something, because just because a digital product is digital, it doesn't mean it automatically sells. You still have to make it useful. You still have to make it clear. You have to show people why they need it. You've got to put it out there. You have to present it in a way that makes sense. You can't just put it on me. You can't blame it on, oh, it didn't sell on Etsy. It didn't sell on my Shopify store. You can't do that. You have got to put the work in, because a beautiful product with a confusing listing may not sell well, but a helpful product with no mockup may get overlooked too. A good idea with a poor description may not connect with the buyer. So yes, there is more to learn than just creating a file, but don't let that scare you. Let it guide you. When you can learn how to show your product, you can learn anything. You can learn how to do this. You can learn how to make mockups. You can learn how to write better descriptions. You can learn how to explain who the product is for and how they can use it. Those are learnable skills, and I'll teach you. And this is why I think beginners should slow down and learn the foundation before spending a lot of money. You need to know what you are making. You need to know who it helps. You need to know how they'll use it. And once those things are clear, the tools you need become much easier to choose. Without that clarity, everything looks important. Every program looks necessary. Every course sounds like the amazing missing piece. That is exhausting and very, very costly. And honestly, sometimes it's money that we just don't have. So before you buy another program, take a breath and ask yourself, what type of digital product am I actually trying to create right now? That question will save you time and money, because a person creating wall art may need to learn different things than someone creating an ebook. A person creating Canva templates may need a different process than someone creating a course. Or someone creating clip art or digital papers may need to understand files, licensing, and design consistency. Every product has its own learning path. So that's why picking one lane in the beginning helps. Not forever, just the beginning. Once you learn one product type, you can add more later. You can start with wall art and later add planners. You can start with templates and then add a tutorial, or you can start with mockups and then create a bundle. Maybe you can sell a simple printable and later build a full product collection. Remember, growth can happen over time. You don't have to build the whole thing today. And I know some of you may be thinking, but what if I'm not creative enough? Let me stop you again. I always have to stop you, right? Creativity grows with use. You don't get more creative by sitting still and judging yourself. You get more creative by trying things, by practicing, by making mistakes, fixing them, and trying again. Your first designs may not be your best designs. That's okay. Your first product may need improvement, and it probably will, but that's okay too. The goal is not perfection on day one. The goal is movement. Just do it. Because once you start moving, you start learning what you like, what you don't like, what feels easy, what's hard, what feels hard, and what you need to learn next. That kind of clarity only comes from creating. You got to get in there and do it. So my encouragement to you is this: don't count yourself out because you don't want to write an ebook. There are so many other ways to create digital products. Maybe your starting point is a printable or art or a planner page. Any of the things we talked about. What matters is that the product has a purpose. Think about the buyer. What will this save them time on? Will this help them create something? Will it help them decorate a space? Will it help them get organized? What problem is it solving? You got to be specific. If it's wall art, it's helping them to organize their space. It's helping them to decorate their space. That's what wall art does. It solves that problem. Will this help them understand something? Will it make the process easier? That's the kind of thinking that leads to better products. And again, the product can still be beautiful. I don't want you thinking useful means plain. Afrocentric wall art is some of the most beautiful wall art, but it can be useful because it helps someone create a home that feels like them. It's their personality. A planner can be useful because it helps someone feel organized. All those different things that we talked about. You can do this. There are so many paths. The problem is that many beginners never get to see the full picture because they're pushed toward one idea too quickly. And that's why I want to have this conversation with you. Before you buy a bunch of expensive tools, be sure to learn the product. And before you compare yourself to people who have been doing this for years, choose one simple thing to practice. And before you convince yourself that digital products are too hard, remember that you may not have found the right starting point yet. Digital products are not going anywhere. Trust me, they are not. People still want things they can download. They want templates. They want printables. They want art. They want learning materials. They want shortcuts. And they want tools that make their lives easier. There's plenty of opportunity here, but you need to approach it with clarity, not panic and confusion, not buying everything, clarity. So here's what I want you to walk away with today. An ebook is one type of digital product, but it's not the only type. A digital product can be visual, practical, educational, creative, or decorative. It can help somebody organize or learn or design or print or decorate or plan or create. That means there may be a lane for you that feels much more natural than writing an ebook. So start by learning the options. Look at what people use. Pay attention to what you enjoy creating. That is important. And keep it simple in the beginning. Make it clear. Show the buyer how it can be used. Don't try to do everything at one time. Sorry, I'm getting choked up here because I'm so passionate about this, but I just want you to know that. So I really want you to think about this, my creators. What kind of digital product makes sense for the way you create. Is it digital wall art? Is it a planner? What is it? And if it's an ebook, that's great too. Because once that becomes clear, the process feels a lot less overwhelming. Believe me, it just becomes clearer. I knew that I wanted to show people how to create digital products. So that became clear for me because I know I love Canva. Like, I am on Canva every day. When I'm home, that's it for me. The weekends, that's it for me. I can't wait to get back because it is my passion, right? So once you understand the possibilities and you mix it with your passion, you become confident. You realize that you can do this, okay? So I want you to stop feeling like there's only one way to do it because there's so many more ways. There's a way that fits you, and that is the way that I want you to find your passion for digital products. Okay? I hope you got something from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for loving my passion. Thank you guys so much for almost 6,000 subscribers. I know it's not a lot to some big YouTubers, but to me, that's a lot because that means 6,000 people decided that I could help them. And I really, really appreciate you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. So, you know what I always say. First of all, make sure you check the description because I have links there, helpful links for you, including my free ebook. And what do I always say? Remember, the more we create, the less we hate. And I'll see you in the next video.